Catweazle here. Welcome back to Arkham Horror, Curse of the Dark Pharaoh, turn 13. Quick recap of turn 12. Tommy Muldoon is in the science building, where he turned in one of his gate trophies last turn for a couple of clue tokens. And Ursula Downs is down at the Historical Society, while Kate Winthrope is rather trapped at the Unnameable. She did seal a gate there to the Plateau of Leng last turn, but a couple of monsters that came out in the Mythos phase, a Yithian and a Chthonian, have pretty much got her trapped in the Unnameable at the moment. And Hank Sampson, he went to the science building, do a bit of trading, give Ursula some weapons, and trade a healing stone with Tommy. And it looks like he's got a job to do this turn, rescuing our damsel in distress. Right, let's get straight on to the upkeep phase. Our first player is Hank Sampson. And here we are with Hank. The first thing we're going to do is, because he's actually with Tommy. Tommy's going to give him the Feeding the Mind spell, and this is just for later on. Just had a thought, so he's going to give him the Feed the Mind spell. Hank is going to be going to the Merchant District, obviously, to kick some ass. He's got the Enchanted Blade and the 45 automatic, which will give him +8 to his combat, and he's got 5 fights, so that'll be 13 dice with whatever modifiers the monsters have got. So, is there anything else we want to move? Not really. We'll keep him as he is, in fighting mode, and he's ready to cause a bit of a ruckus in the Merchant District streets, I think. Right, next up is Tommy Muldoon. And here we are with Tommy. First thing Tommy's going to do is he's going to exhaust the healing stone, and he's going to get himself another sanity. So we'll take these two and give him a 3 sanity token. And then I think he's going to move to the East Town streets, and he's going to take another look at the Ancient Whispers exhibit. Have an encounter there and see how he gets on. Right, so he's got enough speed, his fight's okay. We might move his luck down. Put his luck up, move his law down, so he's now on 5 luck. Right, well, it's really 6 luck because of his ally. Richard Upton, I've got no shirt, gives him +1 luck and +1 speed. Right, I think that's it for Tommy. So next up is Ursula Downs. Here we are with Ursula. She's currently in the Historical Society. So she could go to the woods, I suppose. What's she got in monster trophies? She's only got 4. She could have got somebody blessed if she'd had 5, but she hasn't. So she either goes to the woods or goes to the Silver Twilight Lodge. I think we'll send her to the Silver Twilight Lodge. I don't think we've had an encounter in there yet. So she can go and meet Carl Sanford and the gang. She's got enough speed. She's doing quite well on her weapons now. She's got the motorbike, the scales of Thoth and whatnot. Oh, in fact, she's currently got 3 sanity and 3 stamina, hasn't she? So let's have a look at the scales of Thoth. You may exhaust this card. Yeah. So just if I exhaust this card when she's on 3 each, she gains +1 on all skill checks in any phase. So we'll do that. So she's now got +1 on all skill checks, because her sanity and her stamina are exactly equal. Hopefully coming helpful. Right, other than that, She'll pick up that extra clue at the Silver Twilight Lodge, hopefully, so that'll give her 5 clues. And be a bit of insurance for us. Right, other than that, I don't think we're going to make any changes to a focus or anything. So, next up is Kate Winthrope. Here we are with Kate, who unfortunately is a bit stuck in the unnameable. But hopefully, if Hank does the business, then I think we'll have a move 2 to the Unvisited Aisle, pick up that clue. And what we'll also do is we'll keep a speed at 4. And the reason for that is we'll be able to use 2 speed, 2 movement points, and she can have a go at trying to get an extra skill using the Kabbalah of Saboth. So that'll get her hopefully another skill, and hopefully she'll pick up that clue token at the Unvisited Aisle. Other than that, no real changes. We'll keep her as she is for the time being. Right, let's move on to the movement phase. And here we are at the movement phase, or as I like to call it, the Hank kicks ass phase. So let's see if he can do it. Hank's first up, and he's going to move 1, 2, and he's going to sort these guys out. So the first one I think he's going to go for is the Ithian. Obviously it doesn't have to do the horror check, so he can't get lost in time and space. He'll have a combat check of -2, and he's got 13 dice, so he'll have 11 dice, and he needs 3 successes. So 11 dice to get 3 successes. An important thing to remember as well with Hank is, should he fail this check, he will then have to do the horror check. But as it stands at the moment, he doesn't realise it's horrible, so he's just going to try and kill it. He's at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, in fact I'll roll first 6. Don't want them bouncing out everywhere. So here's the first 6. Oh, he only gets 1 success. So we need another 2 successes. Ah. Come on. Another 2 successes. Oh, I'm chucking it out. Getting excited. Another 2 successes. Come on, Hank. Whew, 2 6s. Good lad. So we get the 3 successes. So it's goodbye to the Yithian. He's got rid. You get that monster stand back, and good old Hank gets it as a trophy. He now has 6 toughness worth of monster trophies. Can he make it? 9. So exactly the same with the Chthonian. Doesn't have to do the horror check, but it is -3 on his dice. So instead of getting 11 dice, he'll get 10. So here's the first 5. Still needs 3 successes. Oh, he hasn't got any. Ah! Needs 3 successes with these. Come on. Oh, 1 success. That was rubbish. Right. He has to do, as per his ability, he has to do the horror check when he fails the combat check. But first of all, he's going to lose 3 stamina. So, loses 3 stamina. And then we've got the combat check, which I think it might be an auto fail. Let's just check. It's -2 on the dice. His will is +1 from his par, but he's got no other will. No, he's auto failed that. So I think that's 2 sanity damage. It is indeed. So he's got he's now got 3 sanity and 3 stamina, but you know, what can you expect when you get 1 success out of 10 dice? Right, come on, it goes again. Oh yes, 4 successes this time. This time, now I rolled them all together. So, second attempt, he does manage to kill the Chthonian, which is good, because we don't like Chthonians, they're a real pain. And now he does have 9 toughness worth of monster trophies. So well done, Hank. After that slight hiccup, you've done the business. Right, and it also means that Kate Winthrope will be able to move this turn. Right, so that's Hank's go. Next up is Tommy Muldoon. So Tommy's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's going to stay here in the Rivertown streets with the Ancient Whispers exhibit items. Next up after him is Ursula Downs, and she's going to go. In fact, we'll just show her movement. I'll just reposition the camera. There's Ursula. Historical Society. She's going to move 1, 2, 3. Take the clue. She now has 5 clues, which is excellent. Right, and that's Ursula Downs' move. And finally, we have Kate Winthrope's move. Here's Kate, and she's going to move 1. And as she's moving to the Unvisited Aisle, Hank is going to give her the Feeding the Mind spell. Basically, because she's our magic user. She's our wizard. So she can really use that. So put that on her player area. And then she continues on to the Unvisited Aisle. Picks up the clue token. So she now has a clue. And she also, because she's got 2 movement points left, she will also try and read the Kabbalah of Sabaoth. So she's got 5 law. I don't think she's got any additions to that. No, 5 law. And so she's got 5 law, and we need -2. So she gets 3 dice. She needs a success. And she gets 2 successes, which is good. So she does get a skill. So we discard the Kabbalah of Sabaoth. To the discard pile with you. We get a skill. So let's get the skill deck. And she gets yet another skill, which is +1 law, which is very good for her because the law's already at 5, so she'll have +6 law. Good, good, good. Right, that there with the rest. And she will now stay at the Unvisited Aisle. Okay, that's the end of the movement phase. Next up is the Arkham encounter phase. Welcome back to the Arkham encounter phase. Our first player, Hank, is in the Merchant District. We no longer have Sandstorm as our environment card, so because he's in a street location, he doesn't have an encounter. Next up is Tommy Muldoon. Again, he's in a street, but he is with the Ancient Whispers marker. So he will have an Ancient Whispers encounter. A quick shuffle. Quid pro quo. A wild-eyed man says he found a trinket outside the museum and is willing to trade. You must discard any combination of 2 common or unique items and draw 1 exhibit item. If you are unable to discard the items, he curses you instead. Ugh. Well, what we got? Right, he's going to discard the map of Arkham And he's also going to discard the enchanted knife. He's well up for weapons, so enchanted knife can go. He's got better weapons than that. And the map of Arkham, he's got 4 speed and he's got +1 speed with his ally, so that's not too much of a loss either. So it's worth getting rid of these, just not to be cursed, to be honest. Whatever the exhibit item is, well, that's just going to be a bonus. Now let's see where the Whispers token goes. Goes to the Rivertown Street location. So it moves on 1. That's that. Discard. Quid pro quo. Whoop. Put that back. Stand that back up. And let's see what exhibit item we get. Okay. The first Elder Sign Fragment. Arkham encounters. When making a fight check or a law check to close a gate, you may return this card to the box and lose either 1 stamina or 1 sanity to automatically pass the check. Yeah. These are like a normal Elder Sign, but because it's been fragmented, they only do part of what the full Elder Sign would do. So this one, you can actually close the gate, lose the stamina and the sanity, but we wouldn't take a Doom token off Nyarlathotep because it's not a complete Elder Sign. So it's just one part of the process that you're able to do with the fragment, but that is good. That is more backup just in case we need it to close that final gate. So well done, that was well worth an enchanted blade and the map of Arkham. Good stuff. Woo! Well done on that encounter for Tommy. So who do we have next up? It's Ursula Downs at the Silver Twilight Lodge. Bear with me while I move the camera. And here's Ursula. There is a bit of text beneath the Silver Twilight Lodge location, but that's just if you're a member of the Silver Twilight Lodge itself. You can get opportunities to join, but she's not a member, so we'll ignore that and just have a normal Silver Twilight Lodge location card. It's in French Hill, so it's the blue deck. And a bit of shuffle. Right, here we go. The Silver Twilight Lodge. Make a sneak -2 check. If you pass, slip into the temple area of the lodge and find 2 items of interest. Sneak -2. Right. Sneak -2. What's a sneak? It says moving everything around. The sneak's 1, but she's got the mask. Oh no, that's luck and law. Scales of Thoth, that gives her +1, but that only means she's got a sneak of 2. Bah! So she's not going to pass it. So unfortunate, but it's an auto fail. I'm not spending a clue token. So let's see what the fail is. Roll a die for each item. On a success, draw a unique item, otherwise draw a common item. Make a sneak -2 check. If you pass, well, we didn't pass, so we didn't slip into the temple area. But that's nothing bad happened, and that's always a bonus. Right, so that's the end of Ursula Downs, and next up it will be Kate Winthrope. And here's Kate at the Unvisited Aisle. It's a Merchant District location, so it'll be the green deck. And hopefully, in my experience, the Unvisited Aisle is a bit grim, so hopefully we won't get a bad one. Right, the Unvisited Aisle. Oh, it's this one. A silent man brushes past you on the trail. Your arm goes numb with cold from the brief contact, and you whirl around to look at him, but he has disappeared. Lose 1 stamina and pass a will -1 check. So we've lost the stamina to begin with. A will is 2, so that'll be -1. is 1. She's got 1 dice and she's got nothing else, I don't think. Nope. So she's just got 1 dice to see if she can avoid losing a sanity as well as a stamina. 1 Kate. Unfortunately not. So she loses 1 stamina and 1 sanity. Bloody Unvisited Aisle. It's a pain. So she's down to 3 sanity and it'll be 2 stamina. 3 sanity, 2 stamp. Well, it would be 2 stamina if I hadn't picked up a 3 stamina token. Bear with me. Right, there we go. 2 stamina. Right, and that's the end of the Arkham encounter phase. Ooh, get rid of that. Location deck. That's the end of the Arkham encounter phase. There's nobody in the other world, so we'll skip the other world encounter phase. And next up, it's the Mythos phase. And here we are looking at Arkham. Let us get the Laugh and Chuckle deck. Right. What have we got? Oh, rumour. Why is it getting a rumour at this time? Oh, and we've got an Unvisited Aisle, so we haven't even got a gate we can go in. Right. It's good in one way. We don't get any monsters. It's a sealed gate, so fantastic. But we could do with an extra gate now. We need an extra gate that we can get in. There's no clue token because it's a bloody rumour. No monster movement because we've killed them all. So, Cursed Relics. Place 5 Doom tokens on this card when it comes into play. Well, that's not a good start, is it? Ongoing effect. At the end of every Mythos phase, after the first move... Oh, sorry. At the end of every Mythos phase, after the first, move 1 Doom token from the card to the terror track and increase the terror level by 1. Any player may discard either an exhibit item or a unique item to negate both effects. Pass. If there are no Doom tokens on the terror track, after the last Doom token is removed from this card, discard this card and everybody gets a spell. Fail. If there are Doom tokens on the terror track, after the last Doom token is removed from this card, discard this card and all the Doom tokens from the terror track. The terror track rises by the number equal to the number of Doom tokens discarded from the terror track. What? Hang on, let me read this. Be back with you shortly. Okay, welcome back. Right, sussed it out. Basically, we're stuck with it for 5 turns because we've got, well, 5 and a bit turns because it doesn't start till the end of next one. We've got 5 Doom tokens. At the end of every Mythos, 1 will come off and it'll be heading its way to the Doom track. Sorry, the terror track. That's when we'll use either a unique item or an exhibit item to stop it going on the terror track, and then we just pop it back in the supply. Then the turn after that, the same thing will happen. We'll have to spend either a unique item or an exhibit item to stop the next one going on. So essentially it'll be with us for 5 turns while we do that. If nothing goes on the terror track and we find something to discard each time so that the Doom token goes back into the supply, we'll all get a spell. However, if any of the Doom tokens make it through and go on the terror track, again, by the time we get to the last one, however many we have to put on the terror track, that is where the terror track will end up. We don't want to do that because it means, for example, we've got a good chance then that Tommy's story, he's going to fail it and stuff like that, and we don't want that. So what we'll do is just every single time we get to the end of the Mythos phase, we'll get rid of something. Like I say, we've got a couple of exhibit items which are alright, but I think we can stand to lose them. So we'll do it that way. And the only good thing about the whole set of circumstances is if we get a rumour card in those 5 turns, then it'll end up getting discarded because this what Cursed Relics is the rumour card that is in play. Right, so got there in the end. Okay, so that's the end of turn 13 of Arkham Horror, Curse of the Dark Pharaoh. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks very much for the views, for the subscriptions, and for all the comments. They are very much appreciated. And I hope that you'll come back soon in order to watch turn 14 of Curse of the Dark Pharaoh. Until then, this is Catweazle signing off. Toodaloo.